Hello, and welcome back, Legends. The party gathered around the breakfast table, enjoying the present company of Amansar and his daughter Tilly, as they have their last breakfast prepared by Asher's lovely wife, Horia. Amansar just kind of still teary-eyed, kind of that thankfulness in his eyes as he looks around to each of the party and well, I don't want to intrude with your breakfast. I've already eaten myself, and I knew you would be heading out on the road soon.
You're not an intrusion at all. I mean, come on, you brought us your daughter. I mean, my new niece is beautiful. I'm just so happy to see her. But I gotta ask, Mansar, what are you going to do now?
Whatever I can to help with the abilities and knowledge that I have. Potions, that's what I do.
Maybe you could help me out. I'm trying to learn as much as I can about these gemstones, crystals on my gauntlet. I know potions are more your thing, but you're a very magical person. And spare time, maybe you could find some information on them for me. Write to us. We're going to what's that city?
Tillo. We're heading to Tillo next.
I will see what I can do.
And I love you for that. But nothing like that right now. You go and you spend every second with that beautiful girl. You make her eat so much candy that she passes out in a food coma. Well, not like.
Well, I don't know if that's a great idea. And she kind of looks up at him like.
You get all that time back, and then when you're done, write to us.
I will. And write to me too. Let me know how things go on your adventures and the other lives you save and change.
Isn't it crazy? I'd never thought we'd be friends.
Nor did I. You make a hard first impression, but then you grow on people, I suppose. But I suppose the same could be said about myself, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
And Rowan's gonna go shake his hand and lean down next to Tilly, put his 2 fingers out for a small little handshake, and then he's just gonna kind of step back and walk towards the front door and wait for everybody else.
As the party finishes up their breakfast, Koria kind of takes a moment away from her work, from the other patrons, and comes over to Asher. Just be safe.
Well, I'll try my best. I have a good group of people looking out. I'll be back soon. And I was gonna like tap her cheeks.
She does the same back, but kind of like pushes your cheeks together and kind of pulls you down to her and steals a kiss. And then she kind of tucks her head away and kind of just immediately gets back to work and kind of like waves at the rest of the party. Seems kind of like she's just kind of doesn't want the goodbye.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
I believe so. You did get your amulet back. Something tells me she might not like being able to reach out to you.
Wait, I've had that back, haven't I?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay,
I was like,
bye,
oh.
Uncle Tambourine. I'll miss you. I'm gonna run over and pick up my little stick, dude.
As you hold him just kind of like at the torso, he just legs and arms just wailing.
And Briar's just gonna nuzzle her uncle. I will be back eventually. I will miss you so
Bites your nose a
much."
little bit.
Oh, that reminds me, and she casts mage armor on herself. Okay, Uncle Timber, now you go bite Korea next. Okay.
Runs over to Coria, climbs up her leg as she's trying to deal with the other patrons. She like kicks him a little bit.
Alright. We'll be back here sooner than later, I think.
Yeah. Let's get on the road.
As you guys exit the Sleeping Moon Inn, the morning hours are upon you. The sun kind of rising above the mountains in the east. And as you exit to the city streets of Lake Grasp in the Hands District, you see kind of a troop of the Temple Mothers kind of commingling with some of the Neramine, that Neramine group. You see as Kalandra comes up and kind of passing by, comes up to you, Karan, and she's kind of like smiling, while also Vildriel kind of passes by. Kalandra. So, looks like I and a couple of the other Temple Mothers are going on a little journey.
Oh. Would it be wise to infer that you'd be traveling with my friends?
Quite astute.
Wasn't too hard of a deduction, but I pray you have a safe journey. How long do you intend to be gone?
I suppose as long as it takes. I've never traveled all that far, but I'm excited. I explore a bit of the world, and your homeland sounds wonderful. So I just hope that I can make a difference there, and us working together, combining our powers, perhaps cleanse this corruption altogether.
Well, I certainly hope so. I know that you'll certainly make an impression regardless, just simply being not of our kin there in the first place, but I'm fairly certain you'll be fully welcomed, even before you address what the nature of the business is. So I hope that you have an expedient journey. I'm sure it won't take nearly as long as it took for myself, but you're traveling with more people. You don't have to be as stealthy. Hopefully not, at least.
That's the hope. There's a good number of us. I was able to convene with the council of some of the other Temple Mothers, and many of them deemed it a noble and worthy cause. So, and you know, with all the discussions we've had with your kin, I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do.
Don't be surprised if I reach out to you now and again, just to get an update. Not on the situation itself always, maybe just to make sure you're all right.
I wouldn't mind that at all.
Well then, I know I'll be delaying my friends if we speak any longer, and I don't want to delay your excursion for how long it'll be. So, until next time.
Until next time, safe travels.
And you.
she kind of just does like a little bow to each of you. Vildriel.
See you later. See you later, guardian angel.
Guardian angel. Vildriel comes over as well. Speak on. I won't hold you long. I just thank you for your patience.
There's no need for thanks. Thank you for your understanding. I hope that you have a safe journey. Do take care of her, though. As an instructor, I'm sure you're already anticipating. And out of curiosity, do you intend on taking any particular paths to get back? Surely not the Grand Lake.
No, we will go essentially the same way we came. The Wood Elves are mostly welcoming.
I'm sure you could.
It depends on how many cakes you ask them to cook, you know.
Something tells me if they drop your or your parents' names, they might get a little extra consideration. Or is that not a good idea?
She pulls out a piece of paper and she writes something and puts a symbol on it, rolls it up and stuffs it at them. You can stay at our house. There's the coordinates, and if anyone questions you, you show them that they'll know. They know who we are, so you should be okay. Just be careful where you step.
Oh, I know.
Rowan's gonna lean towards Asher. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Everybody knows who they are.
I wouldn't know. If Wood Elves are the same, probably a good thing.
Oh, and she leans forward. Check for traps. Don't forget. Check
oh, I know. We actually had a fourth companion that we traveled with, but unfortunately, no, I jest.
Wait, why would
there was no fourth.
Good. There was going to be some quite unfortunate news right at our parting. You were going to tell me
that would be so unfortunate to divulge.
Rowan's gonna go up to the Narrowmean. As for he hasn't really talked to them since he first saw them tied up in the bar. I don't think we got off on the right foot. And I hope we can stay on the right foot. I'm Rowan. Nice to meet you.
Dildriel.
Nice to meet you. And Rowan's gonna wave to the other two. Safe travels.
And to you as well.
Yeah, I don't think I actually got to introduce myself either. I was currently dying to a plague. But name's Ace. It's
Glad to see you're doing well.
You guys, have a safe travel. It's nice to meet more of Kuron's people. You guys seem like great companions. Hopefully you can work out the whole demon talking in your head stuff.
That is the goal. Take care.
Oh.
And they kind of reconvene back to their little conglomeration of healer folk. And as you guys make your way out of the hands and towards the fingers, immediately the first thing you notice is the fingers a lot more lively than when you entered the, no pun intended, a lot more alive than when you entered the city. It looks overall cleaner too. Like it doesn't look just like a farmer's mud pie. However, outside of the gates of the hands, right near, kind of set up in this little plaza. You see several different like groups of families, with either their fathers or young men that are kind of got like some packs on with them. Some of them carrying their own kind of makeshift armors and stuff. People come from the hands and from the fingers district. They kind of just have like their items for travel paired up. You see them saying their goodbyes and kind of giving hugs and stuff. And you see several this banner of Eswind with like crossed swords, and you see several different kind of just soldiers in the Eswind red, and some of them kind of like talking to each of the groups of the families. And there's several of these soldiers kind of sprawled out here. One of them kind of like approaches up to you guys and howdy, adventurers. Yeah, ever thought about joining the cause, making your families proud or anything?
What cause are you talking about?
Wartime, friend. We are currently at war with Zahath, and no conscription yet, but if you'd like, you could sign up with us and fight for Eswind. Get to wear the nice red of Eswind, suit you out in nice soldier gear.
Yeah, to cover up the blood of innocent lives.
I'm sorry?
Nothing. No, thank you.
We appreciate the offer, but we're doing a lot of our own footwork within Eswin.
Mm-hmm. In particular, working with the Order of Heroes. So,
I can understand that. There's enough trouble within our own borders now. Out on the outs, you got to do stuff on the in. You got to do stuff on the outs. So, well, best of luck to you. I hope that works out for you. And if it doesn't, he hands you like a little just like Eswind card that basically says "Fight for Eswind."
I swear to God, if I get a message in my brain about this in 2 weeks.
It's cursed with just a message spell. Fight for Eswind.
Until it is that spell every 2 weeks.
Thank you. You stay safe.
Hey, you too. Just keep doing good. As you guys are gonna walk away, do good within Eswind. Do what you can. Support the cause.
Ace is gonna shake his head and go, War never changes.
I knew it. You guys make your way through the streets of the Lake Grasp, the Fingers, the Poor District, and start to head out on your way. The road towards Tillo. At first, the road kind of winds down the plains, the fields that you initially crossed as you came into Lake Grasp, and the mountains ahead of you that kind of break up the monotony of the rolling hills that currently reside at the foot of Lake Grasp itself, and the different forests that sprawl. From this vantage point, you can kind of see your journey ahead up into the mountain pass of the small village of Tillo. Anything you would like to do on the first leg of your journey? As you guys have made a good considerable distance away from Tillo, or the Lake Grasp at this point.
I think we're going to just be keeping a sharp eye out for anything as we're going along the road.
Okay.
Briar,
You want to say something? Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
You said you looked like you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
Briar, for fun, is going to be practicing her wood elf skills and going to the side of the road if there are trees, and she's just going to try to blend into them as we move along.
The trees are sparse, but they're starting to become a little bit denser as you walk through. It's starting to become more of like a, every now and then, just like a meadow of trees. But the further you go, maybe several hours into the journey, you would see the forest starting to sprawl up around. First things first. Hey, chat. As they approach the first few hours of their journey, chat. Hey guys. Exclamation point D8.
Should have had a D8.
Should have had a D8.
There it is.
Okay.
We going
All right.
die.
I'm gonna say that for all of them though. LV's roll of 4. Okay. Give me a second. Yep. By this point, it is daytime. Watch as the lighting changes. It is now daytime, as the golden hour has passed of the morning. Along your way, this kind of bright and sunny blue skies. The cloud. Don't put this on me, Ricky Bobby. No, you're fine. This is fine. It's okay.
Is it though?
Excuse me. Yep. You'll see. You'll see. You see as you round one of the hills, coming up the hill is this small little cart being pulled by a donkey. On the cart, there's this kind of like, it's kind of strange. There's this display set up on this cart where you see this like almost gnomish sized person like going like this with his hands, and you see that there's little dolls being puppeted as he kind of makes his way towards you. He's kind of just like humming a tune. It's kind of a smaller cart, smaller man, and a donkey pulling this cart as it kind of like comes up the road. The donkey as it passes by you guys, and you see the roll me perception check. Somebody.
I was
Or
actually gonna
actually,
ask
what
to
is
roll one.
who's got the highest passive perception? Because this is probably just be a
Highest passive?
perception thing. Yeah.
Rowan's got a 14.
I'll get a 15.
16 passive.
And a 14.
18 passive in
There you go.
perception.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wisdom perception. Yep.
Yeah, 18.
18.
Jeez.
So with the 18, you see this little doll. One of them is this kind of like knight figure, kind of like swinging its sword at this other figure, and he's kind of like humming away. And this knight figure and these kind of like this like blue accents on the cloth of this figure, and he's kind of just like humming this tune that's let me look here, hold on. It's like something along, like it's basically like along the lines of like, and they were far too late. They could not save the day. They were far too late. And like singing about like this party that's way like too late. And you see as the larger figure like strikes down the blue knightly figure and like topples it over, and he kind of like makes it like writhe and wiggle around.
Nice tune there.
Do you like that one?
Yeah. It's new.
Yes, I just made it up. It just came to me.
A bit somber.
Yeah.
I don't, when the inspiration comes, I don't choose.
You bard?
No. Well, yes, but no. I am many things.
If you mind me asking, you said inspiration. What exactly inspired your little rhyme?
I was coming up this hill. It's a lovely day as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can I make an insight check to see
I was gonna say my pass
How,
is
like-
18, so
how batshit crazy this guy is?
Yeah. Actually, with your
And just to
insight,
clarify-
he's weird.
It's just
Well-
him on the trolley, right?
It's just him. Yeah.
mhm.
Okay, well I rolled a 5, so that's a 10.
He's weird. 10 tells you. Roll me a perception check at this point. For this
At this again. Okay, that's another 5, so that's
You can use your
plus
passive.
8.
Mhm.
Oh,
this
I was
would
gonna
be
say, this
beyond
might-
passive. This is an active, like seeing something
uh,
at this point. Somebody else can roll as well if
13?
you want to. As you get
Alright,
closer to this
I'll
figure,
roll.
as you're actually interacting with him.
So that is a 16.
You said perception or insight for this?
Perception.
Perception, okay. So 18.
Don't, by chance, there's more to that song that you were singing, is there?
I don't know. I'm coming up with it just now.
Well, why don't you sing it to us? Let's hear it. What you've got so far.
Will the party save the day? Or will they be far too late? Too late? Will the party save the day? And he kind of just smiles.
What does this dude look like again? Like,
That's what you're rolling
Gnomes.
perception for. He kind of looked like a gnome. What was the perception roll?
16.
I rolled
Mine's
a
an
13.
8.
16 with the 18. He has very kind of elongated features. Like he has kind of like a little bit of a longer nose, and his skin is almost palish green. It's almost like there's makeup caked over his face. He has very goblin-esque features.
Why don't you tell us the party that you're singing about? Where did you get your, what's the word? Idea from?
It just came to me. Well, have a good day.
Can I
Let's do
make
push.
a-
Go ahead.
Sorry. Can I make a quick survival check just to glance behind him where his tracks have led? Like, do they, instead of being on the trail, do they
Excellent
veer
question.
off into the
Excellent
woods?
question.
or-
Go ahead.
Survival, right? Let's see. Oh, nice. Forgot Ace was raised in the woods, son of a gun. All right, that's a 23.
You see you see at the bottom of this hill as you guys kind of like do you continue along and just let him pass or whatever?
Me at least.
Okay.
I will.
Okay, but as you kind of continue along to see where he came from, the tracks start at the bottom of the hill. Looking around, there are kind of a flock of ravens kind of sprawling around the this area where these tracks just start in the middle of the road.
Ace is immediately after seeing that, Rowan, stop him. And
the cart, the donkey, the goblin-esque figure are gone. They transform into a actually rather large raven with a lot more green accents. The iridescence of the raven feathers turn are very green for this particular one, and
Jesus, it's Beast Boy.
Well, I knew that he was probably a serial killer, but
I deduced that.
Obviously, that is a druid.
You know, I'm really starting to think that that mother raven that I met, she might not be good news, but she didn't seem harmful at the time, and
did she seem all right, like in the head?
I mean, is anybody all right in the head?
You hear a little "I told you so" from the trees. Not really sure.
Briar's still sneaking around.
Oh, where is Briar's?
I think part of what we're gonna do, follow the raven, keep going where we're going.
Yeah. So, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think we should stay on the road. Unless you want to go chase a bird.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see how we're going to catch that. It's probably a small speck that's like going away in the distance.
So, Holston, from that check, you said that the trail started at the bottom of the hill, but did it veer into the woods, or did it literally it spawned right there?
It spawned there.
Okay.
That's what was odd about it. Yeah.
Good to know. Okay.
It had no other trail. It just, it's there.
Are there any feathers laying around from that raven? I'm gonna take one of those and keep it on me. So I think I have something for this.
Okay. I'm curious what you have for this.
Yeah, me too.
I love Dungeons and Dragons!
Does anybody else feel like we're walking into a trap maybe? Maybe the heroes are too late to save the day.
Well, I mean, we did walk into a plague last time, so I mean, how much worse can it get at that point?
You may have gotten us into a lover's quarrel. I mean,
I might have. I just bought some stones. I mean, who knows? Maybe he's looking at his gauntlet. Maybe they're in an engagement ring or something. I don't know. One thing I do know is we definitely need to find that shiny chalice.
I don't think we should give anything to that. If she is connected to that circle of druids.
But leverage.
Could also paint more of a target on our backs, we don't know. Either way, we have to remember, we're not always going to be successful. We could fail, we could be too late. Our big thing is to not let it get to our heads if it happens. I hope that wasn't foreshadowing in any sense, but
nonetheless,
let's prepare for the worst.
We should probably hurry.
Okay, anything else you would like to do here?
Walk a little faster.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Okay, another hour or so into the journey. Hey, chat! Exclamation point D8. And if it's a 4, we'll reroll.
Who's gonna be
the
first?
same man in a card.
Okay. I'm gonna say this for all of them because I love all of them. So, like, okay. Ooh.
It is exciting.
All right. As you walk by, you see another just kind of like traveling cart. There's a man, and seems like his wife and kid just kind of riding by on the cart. Nothing out of the ordinary here as far as just like them taking some of their things. He does have a sword with him, and just kind of like a shield that's kind of like placed on his back. Even the little kid looks to be about like 10 or 12, just kind of like sandy blonde hair. The whole family basically just sandy blondes, and the kid himself even has like a little short sword, but to him it's basically like a whole long sword to him. You see the woman even with a bow, and they kind of like, grip their weapons as they pass you. They don't know you. They just see, other armed individuals, and the roads are treacherous. The man kind of makes the horses go a little bit faster to see as they pass by you. A little whiles later, as the road kind of winds around some of the hills, these hills at the base of the mountain towards Tillo start to kind of wind more so, kind of just in and out. Rounding one of the corners, you see a figure dressed in kind of like this, the way when the sun hits it, like this purple iridescence that kind of shines off of the mostly black garb. This individual with kind of like this black, like almost sock hat, carrying just this little brown briefcase, but it's like one of those like almost tackle box briefcases. Kind of jaunts by with just this little stick that he's using as like a walking stick as he walks by. Good day.
Good day.
Might I interest you, adventurers? In some sales, perhaps?
What are you selling?
Well, it's a bit of an unorthodox practice, but it can be a lot of fun and very helpful, depending on what your mission is.
Briar bursts out of the woods.
So,
there she is.
Ready.
It helps if I know a bit about you and your quest. So go ahead, what was your quest?
Kicking ass and taking names.
Kicking ass and taking names. Well, whose ass and whose name? Because that's all I need, and then I can do something for you.
Rowan's gonna start shaking his head at Ace.
Listen, there are certain magics in the world that, how do I say this? You can cast from a long distance. They are curses.
I have a name.
Oh, God.
Yes? What kind of curse would you like Martin to have? Now, depending on the severity of it, almost anything you can think of, well, almost within reason, I can cast a curse on them. And
can we streak his dick?
Oh, yes, that's a very common one.
Oh, no. I have a better one. Okay, hear me out. Every time
he like turns to the rest of the group. I've piqued somebody's interest, haven't I? And then turns to you.
Every time he plays or sings music, I want it to be extremely off-key, like your ears are going to bleed. Like, make him the worst bard known to man.
Right. I could do something like that. He opens up his little box, and it's just a bunch of random, just really random stuff, like there is like a voodoo doll and lots of just like little knickknacks and bobs and buttons and just different threads and like lint and rocks, all kinds of just random stuff in his little tackle box, little potion vials of different stuff.
Before he continues, Ace is gonna like step in and go, "What's the cost?"
Well, it depends on the severity of the curse.
What's the cost?
Curses are quite devious, and somebody like me with my particular set of skills, you are paying for the ability to do something like this. 100 gold.
Briar's going to look at Kiron. I could do this very easy, and I think it would be worth it.
Asher's gonna like walk up and be like, Briar, I think we should save the money for now.
But I could ruin him. He would have a very hard time making money.
Let's let this one go.
I have a list of things I want to do to this individual.
Bree, karma's a hell of a thing.
This is karma.
Let it happen naturally.
When I see, I don't mean to assume, but I see all of the combat type stuff. I wonder, do you have anybody you would like to slay that perhaps you would like to make it easier to slay them? Because I can do something like that as well.
As a curse?
As a curse.
Or as an enchantment?
As a curse. Like, as a curse on that person once you happen upon them, stabby gets a lot easier.
Oh.
That's a... I got a bad feeling about that.
We know another guy we could add to the list. She messages Ace in her head. Our shadowed hand friend that murdered you and tried to kill me. What's his name? You know his name? We could curse him.
It's grim, but I don't know if this individual is gonna make us curse ourselves.
In this silence, not knowing that you guys are speaking, all you need to do is visualize strongly the individual in your head, and I will find them out in the ether and work my magic.
Rowan's gonna walk behind Bree and kind of like lean in and whisper, "Don't want to mess with curses."
He walks right over and like gets in. Try to listen.
Bree. All right now.
Ace is gonna kind of like step in between them and like give them their space, like politely backing him up.
Excuse me. He kind of like grabs your arms and like squeezes them a little bit. Big strong man. They are saying something, and I would like to know what they're saying.
Yeah, personal space. Maybe they don't want you to hear.
Right. My apologies.
I have the opportunity to destroy somebody.
It all comes at a cost more than gold.
Yes. Rowan's gonna gesture to Asher, Bree. We can do it ourselves. It's a little bit more gratification, right?
But if we're outnumbered, you remember how many they were? There were many of them. I remember this. I remember all of their faces.
I'm sure. Whatever you want to do, Bree. I just don't think you want to bark up that tree.
There would be a cost.
The cost is gold. That is all. Listen, these types of curses are not.
They're not.
Okay, question.
One-sided. They don't hurt you. I can curse items too if you would like. You can tricksy wixy somebody into accepting an item, and then they are cursed to that item. There's a lot of them out there. Be careful.
Can I cast insight or not cast? Can I throw an insight on the? It's not gonna hurt. It's one-sided.
Sure.
I do have.
I'll give him advantage on that since we're all kind of.
19.
With that, as eccentric as he is, seems genuine. It just seems like this is something that he does. Like, he's passionate about it, and it is how he makes his living, is selling curses to people. Not cursing them, but an assassin of curses.
I think it's your decision,
idea.
Yeah, but let Blind talk, please.
I do have one question. Obviously, you're not setting up shop that's in a town, but you're quite forward with passing adventurers, considering you're trying to peddle services and spells that are quite highly frowned upon in this region, to my understanding.
So are you saying that you frown upon me?
I'm just curious as to what makes you think approaching people on the road, again, your well-being and all.
Well,
all it takes is approaching one wrong individual.
Would you like to try me? He swips up his cane. We can go toe-to-toe if you'd like. I'm quite a powerful mage.
I've no doubt, but just saying. All it takes is one group of people that are affiliated with the temple, and
fuck the temple.
That's what might happen. Well, no, I agree, but I'm just saying you're quite forward, considering the nature.
I
of
see
your spells.
adventurers, and that is my ultimate clientele. You have all of the weapons and what's not, and he points at Briar, and the want to, and I assume that perhaps my services could be of service to you.
And I imagine my passive insight would coincide the same thing with what they rolled on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to take you up on your services. She's going to
You're
pull
not
out a
a
dart.
cop, are you?
Oh, that was fundamentally the speech I was trying to make there, guys. You're
trying to divulge. All right, y'all under arrest. A bunch of cops come out of the
temple of freaking light. Paladins come out.
I thought you guys were just worried about what Rowan was worried about.
No, that is a legitimacy too. But I cover all our bases. I'll look to you, Briar, and just be like, you've seen the cost of power.
Yes, I know the cost of power very well. I have a dart. Here is what I would like. When I shoot somebody with this dart, I would like them to lose the ability to use vowels.
To use vowels?
Yes.
He digs through his thing. It's gonna be so hard for me to RP. I It's gonna be so bad. This one also a bit eccentric is probably about 75 gold.
Done. Oh, what's that, Ace? What? You want two?
Sorry, I said that's it. Fuck, get two. But
Yeah.
I didn't say that. Ace didn't say that. That was Seth. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes. She gives 75 gold. I will take. I want to watch you do this, though. I'm so curious. I am as well. I want to be powerful. And hands him the gold. Oh. Okay, here you go.
Yeah, the only way you could do something like this is if you make a pact like I have.
Oh. Okay.
Asher's like, I told you, Crud. You can learn it from outside of books.
You can make a pact with the demon.
But then again, are you really learning it all?
Yes, it's kind of channeled through me. There's not much you can learn here. But, yes. He starts to just throw together random stuff. It literally just looks like a toddler making a craft. Like, there's no sense to it.
Making a macaroni picture.
He's making a macaroni painting of his little voodoo doll. And then he takes your dart, stabs it in it, and then hands the dart to you.
And she puts it in her case.
Okay. Go ahead and mark off 75 gold.
I did.
Okay.
Worth
And
every.
add a dart of remove vowels.
Did you say you sure it's not a dart of snake oil?
We're gonna find out.
Watch, she paid for something and it's nowhere near close to that. It's like something entirely different.
Turns into a sheep. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, but okay.
I mean,
sure it wasn't bowels. That would be helpful. Remove bowels.
I can't wait to hear that.
Right?
Anybody else fanticas?
I think we're
dealt with enough dark magic.
Are you sure those enemies?
Defense.
I think we have it very well covered.
I mean, you can make them really clumsy or something like that, or you can make them, really just not quite as good at defending themselves.
And Briar's just gesturing like, this guy.
She's like his saleswoman.
But we got ways we need to bake before dusk, but
Do you have some time? Would you like to sit here and wait and think on it? He sits down.
Briar sits down next to him.
We should.
So what exactly is the difference between a curse and, I guess, an enchantment? The curse has to be a negative effect? Or...
Essentially, yes.
It wouldn't be able to have a negative effect with a positive effect, correct?
Well, oftentimes items come with a little bit of a double-edged sword. It's like when it's paired with a good effect, and you think, "Ooh, this is so magical and shiny. Look at all the things that it can do. Oh no, I can't let go. Oh fuck, it's attacking me." Essentially like that. Those kind of things.
Understandable. Thank you. I think the rest of us are good, though, friend. I appreciate your help, and hope you have safe travels.
Just throws all of his stuff in his tackle box.
I really hope
Good day to you.
Run into you again.
And your name? Of course.
My name is Lecter.
Lecter. I am your favorite customer.
Pleasure to meet you, pleasure to do business with you. I hope the curse was to your liking, and if it is, well, if we run into me again, then you can perhaps buy a like that. It's he's like walking like a higher value one, maybe something a little bit more powerful. He just kind of trails off down the road.
That was a very nice man. I am kind of sad that we did not ruin Martison for life. The things they want to do to this son of a bitch.
Well, you gotta think about it, Briar. Would it felt better you doing it to him or paying someone to do it to him?
You know, I think slowly over time, watching this man's just knowing that this whole man's life is unraveling while I am flourishing, it just does something to me, you know?
I get that.
Yeah.
I relate to that.
Right.
I'm Bubba's.
Just the knowledge would be enough for me, but now the things I will have to do to him in person is going to be very grotesque.
I'll hold him down for you.
I have lots of rope for that. Yeah. But hey, at least somebody is going to be speaking a lot of gibberish in the future.
Don't you guys need to have like certain words to say certain spells? That might work out really well. spellcaster can't say the words he needs to cast a spell.
It is part of my thinking.
See,
Him a little bit.
There's a lot of missed opportunity with this, guys. I mean, some of it might have been a little bit expensive, but... All right. As you guys...
My soul is pure.
My soul is pure, though. My conscience is clean, though.
Mine's not. I'm a whole shade of gray.
That's Briar.
That's Briar. Sophia, it's not time for attention for you. That's Briar.
That's Briar.
As you guys continue along the road, unless there's anything else you would like to do here, having your little conversation.
Nope.
Okay. Carrying on down the road again, the kind of windy ins and outs of the hills. I love you. Okay. Kind of another hour goes by. By this point, we're getting to the early beginnings of the evening, probably about 5 or 6 p.m. or so. Kind of another hour in. You see kind of a troop of kind of just Eswind soldiers, just maybe 50 of them, kind of marching along. Oddly enough, a lot of these are a good majority of them seem to be halflings. So it seems they've come from kind of further off on the east, a good number of them. While some of the humans and even some of the halflings have kind of like the standard like chainmail soldier get up, a lot of them are in kind of like thieves' leathers. So they seem to be kind of like their rogue company. They are kind of going off along the side of the road. You actually have caught up with them, and they are a little bit just kind of like slow marching. So it seems like they have kind of come from the east, and you guys have kind of caught up with them as they've marched out this way.
As we pass them, do I recognize any of them from the halfling bars my dad and I go to quite frequently?
Roll a perception check.
Drinking buddies.
That is going to be a 17.
17. One distinct figure really stands out to you. It is somebody you've actually not interact with a ton, like you barely really knew him, but he was just around in the crowds. And the only reason you remember him is that he's missing a leg. And so he has like one little peg leg, and you see that kind of hobbling in through the marching crowd. Still keeping pace with a roll a history check to see if you remember his name.
Okay, cool. Nat 20 plus 6, 26.
You remember his name was Toby.
Toby.
Yep.
Toby, the one-legged halfling.
The peg-legged halfling.
So going by, she's gonna be like, "Hi, Toby. Good to see you."
You see as Toby with his, he's one of the few that's in, actually in armor, not, just not as agile as the other ones that are typically rogue. He has a spear and kind of just like a smaller round shield. He's kind of shakes his spear as he's marching, kind of, and acknowledges you, kind of like a break in the kind of somber face of these people march off towards the west. It seems like right now they're headed maybe towards Mid Cove, but this somber march as they go off to war with Zahath. So after some time, you reach the end of this troop of soldiers, kind of all kinds of different sizes. There's even some wood elves, part of the troop, and kind of just this hodgepodge mix of the different people that have signed up and decided to serve Eswind. About another hour in, you first of all, chat, roll me a d8. We've done these two. As the I'm so sorry. It's okay, Aaron. I didn't necessarily put them in order of good or bad based on the roll. That's 2 ones. It's meant to be this. It is meant to be this. No, I didn't necessarily put them in order of good or bad. So, like I said, I was going to react that way to all of them because I'm just curious which ones we will get to and which ones we won't. As another couple hours approach, you see as the sun begins to set off in the west, and the mood of our screen changes as we enter the golden hour. And a 2. It's okay. It's gonna be the 1, and there's this kind of like plains that kind of like was out at the base of Lake Grasp that kind of lies before Tillo, and you see kind of along the road this figure just kind of standing there next to like a little stand. This figure kind of in robes and has this flat-brimmed little pointy hat, holding a stick, sitting on this chair along the side of the road. There's different little potions set up, but like they appear to be empty. And there's a little pot. It's a decent-sized pot, kind of right out in front of this stand. As you guys get closer, you see this kind of gray-bearded, just kind of typical wizard-looking figure stationed here. And as you get closer, you see that as you look at this thing that almost looks like a doorway, but as you get closer, you kind of begin to recognize that this is just a mirror sitting there. And he has this mirror set up, propped up with this little stand behind it. He just kind of sits there. He doesn't even pay knowledge to you, just kind of sits there and kind of waddles back and forth, sitting kind of right next to this mirror.
Good evening.
The figure kind of just kind of feebly looks up towards you, and then kind of just motions towards the mirror.
Briar's gonna look at the mirror.
Looking into the mirror, you see a reflection.
So are we supposed to like touch it, or what's with the?
Are you like standing in front of the mirror, like posing or something like that?
Like peeking at it. Like,
so you're just having your some of your head and eyes. You're not putting your whole body in front of the mirror.
My head and eyes. So I'm gonna like wave at it.
He points to the pot.
Do you think he wants money or food in the pot?
Money.
Food.
Money.
What's the price?
Money. Okay. Anyone want to find out what the mirror does?
Sure. Rowan's gonna take 10 copper and put it in there.
Emotions to you, Rowan.
For more. Okay. But I'll put a silver in there as well.
It's like you gave him 10 copper, and then you gave him 10 copper, but in a different, different coinage.
Briar is going to make it 10 silver.
Emotions, both of you.
Ace is gonna put a gold piece in there and stand in front of the mirror, kind of. What's supposed to happen? Be a whole lot easier if you just talk to us.
Briar's gonna cast message. What is the price? Hi, you can hear me, you can respond.
You make no connection.
Oh shit.
Hold up some fingers. Give me a price on fingers. 10 gold. That's what you need. Well.
Okay. Well, I guess. I'll do it.
Are you sure?
Or should we go? We could just go. I mean,
I think this guy is a gimmick. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it's been a long day. Why not? And Ace is gonna put 10 gold in. Stand in front of the mirror.
The music.
It's been a long day. Let's make it longer.
You see your reflection.
What's supposed to happen?
maybe try touching it. Oh, but you might get sucked through somewhere. No, no touching it.
What am I supposed to do?
Give it a thumbs up.
Give it a thumbs up.
Maybe.
See your reflection.
You just paid 10 gold.
All right. Well, if nothing's gonna happen, Ace is gonna like go into the pot and like grab his 10 gold and just start walking back.
Put it back.
He just shrugs.
Can I look behind us? Rowan's gonna turn around and
roll perception check.
And look. I'm gonna look behind us to see if there's anything going on behind us. And he's
Crimson. No connection. We are sorry, but it seems the NPC you are trying to message is no longer in service. Please try again soon.
I rolled a 14, so plus 4, 18.
18. You're just kind of out in the. There's a few trees here and there. There is a fence along the opposite side of the road. That's built along there. But as you're getting a little bit closer to the town itself,
I think this might be a bad idea.
Ace is just gonna continue walking away.
Because you did take your money back.
I did.
Rowan's gonna leave his. Rowan's gonna leave his silver piece and his 10 copper in there. Just gonna leave it.
Okay. I was gonna do detect magic actually to see if there's anything I can see about anything there.
Okay. You have all basically seen your reflection and noticed that your reflection was normal, right?
No.
No.
I didn't walk. Briar walked in front.
I peeked.
So it's
at
on the
it,
side of the
looked
road,
at it.
so it depends on whether you looked at it or not.
Right. Rowan didn't look
when
at it.
you inspect the mirror, are you looking at it?
Briar,
when I'm
inspecting
detect
magic.
I'm flipping on my eyes just so I can see, but I'm standing off to the side. I'm not looking right at the mirror itself. I'm looking at the frame from an angle that the light's not reflecting my image. I'm looking at him and the pod. that makes sense.
You see the entirety of the man himself is illusion magic.
And that's the only thing? Okay.
The mirror from where you're looking is normal. It's just wood. It's just a mirror. And yep.
Okay. The pot?
The pot is normal as well.
Okay. So the angle that I can see the mirror, look, like even the mirror's surface, no reflections, the frame, all of that.
Not looking at your reflection?
Not looking at my reflection, but like if there's something being reflected. Okay. Briar. Or, oh, actually, I'll message, not message, but telepathically just send it. Detect. What do you look like if you detect magic in the mirror? Because she's looked already.
It looked just like me.
You have used detect magic?
I don't have detect.
I thought you had detect magic. That's my bad.
That's me.
Oh,
wait, no.
I have it too. Well, a version of it.
Yours is wild.
So I will just, if you want to cast that to Asher, he'll walk up and cast detect magic.
No, I can do it. I'll just do it myself.
Yeah, I don't have it.
I'll look. I forgot that she didn't. Asher just got it. I'll go. I'll say something's off here, and then I'll go and peek my head in, that stand in full view.
So you are peeking your head in and looking at
peeking
yourself.
my head in and looking at my reflection. Yeah.
Looking at your reflection, it is a jumbled mess. Like it is like rearranging your face and like rearranging everything that you see. The reflection, it's just like customization options.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, like it's having a hard texture address resolution problem. Oh, here's something. I'm gonna look and explicitly say to the old man, "What are you?" Because you're not who you appear to be.
What do you mean by that?
I look at him and I see an illusion. And I looked at myself in this mirror and I am unrecognizable.
Huh, well, let's try this out. I'll cast Dispel Magic at him.
At him? Okay. What level?
Level 3.
What is this save? What do I have to do for that?
If the magic effect is 3rd level or lower, it just ends. If it's 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spellcasting modifier. So,
and add 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's 10 plus
my spell. So the DC is 10 plus whatever the spell was cast, and I have to roll above that.
I have to figure out what spell this is cast at.
Yes. So he has to determine the threshold, and then you will roll, and he will tell you if the threshold passed or not.
Yep. It would be okay. So you have to roll your DC against this.
If it doesn't end, then I roll 4.
If it's lower than 3rd,
I don't have to roll.
Okay, it just ends.
Ah.
Yep. The man disappears.
Oh.
Is the cauldron still there?
The pot is still there. Yep.
mirror is still there.
Mirror is still there.
Has anyone tried touching the mirror?
No, you're thinking of breaking it? I hear there's like bad luck involved.
No, not gonna break it. Just touching it. See if something happens. You broke it. I don't know how magic works.
Can you do that one more time?
Illusion on. I could, but is there any more magic in the area?
Well, unlike the illusion that you just dispelled, that was all-encompassingly that. There's something with this mirror, but it is only when I'm looking at myself. And I imagine I can see other people in here, and the other people look normal. Like all the other party members that are, if I like move and try to see them.
The other members have the same effect. If you're looking with your detect magic, there is the same like just garbled mess of an abstract portrait of them that's just rapidly changing.
This mirror, Briar, identify this.
Okay. I will cast my spell. I won't do it as a ritual because it's taking a long time. So she'll cast Identify on it.
It is a mirror.
And there's literally, despite the fact that I'm seeing things magically reflected back in, there's nothing in and of this mirror itself.
We just think it's scary. We're scared of a mirror.
Well, not so much the mirror, but illusions aren't generally just
For me, it's the situation. A man on the side of a road with just a mirror, and Rowan's gonna point to the pot.
And he's not a man. He's gone. He's not here any longer unless...
Right. Do you think it's okay to get my money back?
Yeah,
sure, I guess.
No, what? Yeah, you know what? You know what? I'm just going to keep it there. You know, I'm just gonna keep it there. I don't know if there's some weird... I can get
this. Beach.
You notice there is a large number of ravens around.
Well, fuck.
Alright. We should, I'm gonna leave that there.
Hosen, can I cast my eye on the area? I got 60-foot range around me to look for anything else. Anyone hiding, anything magical, even in the ravens, if there's one magical raven out of the rest of them.
The ravens in the area, even themselves, have a slight mystical glow about them.
And which?
All of them.
What type?
I don't know that it would necessarily be a type of magic, so it would just be just a generic. There's something magical about them.
I'm gonna pull
just like an essence of magic about them.
To me, kind of, we should go. I would place bets that those are all druids of some.
All right.
We should go, but
let's go.
First, we should take care of this mirror in case there's more people coming by and whatnot. So Briar's gonna walk over to the mirror, and she's going to gingerly lay it down. Very delicately, and then put the pot on top of the mirror so it's out of the way of the road, can't get kicked over. Just be very thoughtful.
When you place the mirror on its face, you see on the back, whoever still has... How long does your detect magic last?
Detect magic lasts for a minute.
I'd say probably by now it would wear off, but Ace's vision, as you look around and see the crows, you see there is everybody else sees that there are these like runes written on the back of the mirror, just kind of written on the back of it, some kind of an undiscernible language, but the runes do glow with just like a magical essence.
Do you know the class? That, like, teleportation, evocation?
It's probably illusion magic, but let me check.
A spell I didn't think I'd have to use. An undiscernible language, you say?
It's not necessarily a language. You can try to use detect language, but it's just runes.
No.
So it's like
comprehend languages?
Yeah.
Could be more of an arcana check.
You understand any written language you see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written, and it takes about a minute. Spell doesn't decode secret messages in a text or a glyph, such as an arcane sigil, and isn't part of a whatever. So I'm just gonna try to see if I can understand it, and I'm gonna ritually cast comprehend languages.
Okay,
it's
how long does
okay
that
if
take?
I don't garner anything from this, but it'll take me 10 minutes to do it.
We're waiting here for 10 minutes.
Okay, fine. I'll waste a spell, Mr.
Mr. Impatient Ghost.
Yeah.
So it is transmutation magic.
Oh.
The language, it doesn't appear to be a language. It just seems to be magical runes.
Okay. Hey, Cauron, do you think I should copy these down?
I mean, I'd be careful in how you transcribe them, lest you actually transcribe something unintentionally that works.
Oh, very fair.
But, I don't know why I can't. It's so weird that this is an effect, but it's not affecting the item itself. It's affecting the reflections. Can we just deface or destroy these runes? I'm
You
dubious
want them
that if we just
defaced?
leave this. Well, defacing might not work necessarily. We might have
Well,
to take a magical approach.
From my understanding, looking at the back of these hieroglyphics or whatever that's on the back of this, it's a transmutation spell. And if you're looking at our faces and our faces have changed, there could be some sort of effect that has been casted on our faces that they could change the way we look at a later time.
That's what I'm worried. That's the worst case. The best case scenario is it simply is just going to pervert or change whatever's reflected right here, and that's it. It's just even the mirror's reflection. But it could be something worse. It could be something longer lasting. And I'd very much prefer to not even have to deal with it if we can avoid it.
I could cut it.
You know, I don't understand why we keep seeing these ravens. We saw that guy going into Lake Grasp, and now they've been following us ever since. That mother raven told me that I could summon her if I just looked at one of them. Maybe if we summon her, we need to get some answers. Why we're being followed, what exactly would need to be.
Looking around, all of the ravens are gone. You see as the mirror begins to wobble a little bit and just kind of.
We're gonna do something about it. We need to do it now.
The mirror starts to raise up. Looking underneath, you see a hand reaching through, lifting up the mirror. As the mirror begins to come upright, you see the figure, a humanoid figure, exiting the mirror.
I guess this humanoid figure looks like me.
We will see after this break.
Dang it.
Oh boy.
Time to kick my own ass.
All right, chat. Thanks for hanging out. It's time to go to break.
Question is, what pissed them off more? The taking the 10 gold back or dispelling their illusion?
And If I looked into it to the side and waved on it, if it's a version of me, is it just a version of me from here up and a hand? And then what's the rest?
You'll find out. Yep. Okay. We'll be right back. All right, guys.
Oh, no.
We'll see you when we get back. Boop.